Welcome in from this brand new ballpark, Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Chicago Cubs and the Texas Rangers. Joined by my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. And Chris, we've got an opportunity to watch one of the true superstars of the sport. Corey Seager, always exciting to see him in action. It seems like he consistently finds a way to impact the game.
Yeah, Boog, it's offensively at the plate, defensively when he's on the bases. And this guy's just a heads-up player, but he's got so much talent, and he makes the most of that. I believe it starts with his preparation because you never see him give away an at-bat.
Comes into this start sporting a lifetime ERA just over 3. He's been pretty great for most of his big league career.
Can't wait. Here's a look at the Cubs lineup. Chris, this is a lineup offensively that could be really good for years to come.
Well, there's a lot of young talent in this lineup. I think as they gel together, gain some maturity over the course of this season, they could be playing October baseball.
Ian Happ stands in now, looks at that one inside. Inside, almost got him.
Boog, here's a guy at the plate. I'm expecting to have a good game. He always seems to play better in road games.
Close one, doesn't get the call. 3-0.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
And there's the automatic. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
3-2 now. Now a screamer into the outfield. Carter makes the play, and there's 2 away. 2 outs, base is empty. And next for the Cubs, Seiya Suzuki. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Just a bit tardy there. Not sure if he had a hard time picking it up out of the hand or if he was sitting off speed.
And there's a strike on the outside corner. So here's Scherzer. That one off the mark. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
Wouldn't chase that time. 2 outs, base is empty. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And good work there as he gets. And we're back. Pitching for the Cubs in this one, Kyle Hendricks. What do we have on him?
Been a very solid pitcher throughout his career. ERA around 3.5. What I like is he competes, he stays in the game, and he gives his team an opportunity to win.
And another ball. Pitch misses there, and that's ball 3. That just missed. He walked him on 4 pitches.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Evan Carter stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. This one in the air, right field. Suzuki snags it on the run. Now it's Corey Seager. And a foul ball. Man at first, 1 away. And that's downstairs and outside.
1-2.
In the dirt, blocked. Runner holds tight as the count moves to 2-2. And a 2-2. Swing and a ball popped up under it. And makes the grab. And there's 2 down.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
That's a strike.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
And he deals. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
And he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Out there to center. Bellinger drifts towards it. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. Back at Globe Life Field, digging in, Patrick Wisdom. Max Scherzer back to work. Just missed. Scherzer, a former Cy Young Award winner, he features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a changeup, a slurve, and occasionally uses a cutter. Base hit. That was smoked through the infield. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Here comes Cody Bellinger.
Number 24, Cody Bellinger.
0-1. No score here in the second. And 1-2. Scherzer deals. And now it's even up. This to center field. Base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
And fouled off. And the pitch. And that one is lifted in the air. Garcia heads after it. Drops into the glove. Tags up from second, and he'll head to third. And the throw's offline. Safe at third.
Good read there at second base to move up to third. Now it's a lot easier to get that run in with one away.
Now the third baseman, Christopher Morel. Strike on the inside corner.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Late on that fastball.
Good pitch right here. He's going to try to make a pitch that's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Runners at the corners, one away here in the second game of the series. Pitch misses, and that's ball one.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Hit on the ground might be two. Flips to second. On to low. It's a double play. Bottom of the second. Now it's Marcus Semien.
The second baseman.
Hendricks back to work.
Semien.
Started after it, tried to hold up. Now a look to first, and he went around. That's ruled a swing. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike two. Time to look at our umpiring crew in this one. Kenny Jansen behind the plate.
Yeah, and expect a little inconsistency on the corners. He doesn't make any wild calls, but he does give and take there. So he doesn't have the easiest strike zone to figure out, especially as the game goes on, when you're expecting it to become more consistent.
Wouldn't chase that time. Fans don't really understand the familiarity and relationship players and coaches have with umpires. I mean, you see them a lot.
Yeah, Boog, they're all out there trying to do their best and perform at a high level. So when you respect that, I think over time you can develop a relationship with them.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. One up, one down.
Really good, hard bite to that breaking ball for the strikeout right there. I mean, he was able to bury it down below the zone, and that's throwing the pitch with conviction. Good thing for the pitcher, he's not going to miss in the zone, and that's where you get hurt. Excellent execution with 2 strikes. That could be a big weapon for him in this start.
Sneaks through, base hit.
Just found a way to slap that ball down the third baseline. That's really excellent bat control, and it kind of goes back to all those drills you see hitters do off the tee where it's placed in different spots. That was just nice.
That one in the dirt. 1-1. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2. 1-2 now. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Lowe leads off first with 1 away. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. They get it in quickly. So first and second now, 1 out.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. I know it was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy. Runner in scoring position now and a good opportunity to push across the...
That one is absolutely belted. And in one hops the wall. One runs in, headed to the plate. Across is the runner from first. It's 2-0.
He was all over that one. Got a good pitch to drive, stayed short with his back path to the ball and caught it out front, and he stayed long in his follow-through. That's how you split the gap, and that's pretty much a double every time.
And the righty deals. That one misses, and a count 2-1. And that's a strike. 1 out and a runner at second. And that one ripped into right. Suzuki calls it in, and there's 2 away. So the lineup flips over, and now it's the Rangers leadoff hitter, Leody Taveras. In the dirt, and the runner holds. 2 outs, and 1 in scoring position. No, he doesn't get the call. And the count is 1-1. 2-1. In the dirt, but kept close. He's in there. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance. That misses the zone. Now 3-1. 2 outs and a runner at third. Bottom half of inning number 2. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. A game plan that he's sticking to. He's just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
Carter stands in here. Takes ball 1 low. And a swing and a miss.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Runners on first and third, 2 away. Next one misses. Ball 2. And another ball.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. 2 on, 2 outs. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Righty to the plate. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Stays alive. 3-2. And that's ball 4. That's a great at bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk. So 2 down. Seager stands in down.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
And that one's a little bit low. And now it's even 1-1. Bases loaded, 2 down. Outside low, and it's 2-1.
Look, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
Corner over to first. And Seager is set down. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. But they'll pick up a couple runs here, both coming on this 2-run double. It's now a 2-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. All set for the start of the inning. Now the Cubs catcher, Yan Gomes. Pitch is in there. It's 0-1.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Scherzer winds, kicks, fires. And a good eye there.
I don't know how you take that one after the called strike on the corner, just a little bit off the edge.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. Slider got him for strike 3. So up next, Matt Mervis. On a line, base hit.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Corner in the box now. No balls and a strike. And a foul ball. Kicks and deals. Look out! And it hit him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. First and second, 1 out. So up now for Chicago, Ian Happ. That clips the corner.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
That's off the mark. Ball 1. The Cubbies trailing by 2. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Popped up to the left. Into foul ground. Drifts towards it. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. 2 down. And up next for Chicago, Seiya Suzuki. Struck out swinging his first time. That one fouled off. Up and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Mervis, the lead runner, out at second. Corner at first. 2 out of the inning. That's off the mark, and the count is 2-2.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
Started after it, appeal to first, and he won around. Not an easy call there, but back in Arlington, ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now Adolis Garcia. That one missed. Garcia getting the start in right. 31 years old, and he was selected to the All-Star game last year. Foul ball there. The wide to kick the pitch. Hammers that one. Curling down the line and foul. The line of the pitch. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. He circles the bases, his first homer of the year, and they add a run. It's 3-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back.
Here's Marcus Semien. In for a strike. 0-1.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Line drive. And he misses it. It drops in. And he's going to get to second with nobody out.
Nice line drive to the pull side. Met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Low in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. And that's just foul. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one away. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. One out, the runner at second here in the last half of the third. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
No ball. 2 strikes.
That one lifted to left. Happ moving under it. Puts it away for the out. Now here's the Rangers DH, Ezekiel Duran. Right through there for a strike.
When you're struggling out there on the mound, hitters know that there'll be plenty of opportunities within the at-bat to try to get something to hit hard.
He swings and fouls one off. Man on second, 2 down. Swing and a base hit. Around third. The throw in. And he's out. Up, down, and that ends the inning. On to the fourth. Now it's the DH, Patrick Wisdom. A bit behind with that swing. It's strike one. Chopper right side. The underhand flip. That's the first out in the top of the fourth. Here's Cody Bellinger. And he's already singled in this game. There's a strike.
Well, impressed that he went right after him on that first pitch. That's the key. Try to get ahead in the count, then you can play around a little bit more as the at-bat expands.
Check swing, and that's a ball.
That's big right there, being able to check your swing. Think about the count swing. Instead of 0-2, he's sitting 1-1 against a really good arm.
Smoked on the ground a second. 2 quick outs here in the top of the fourth.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
And a foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. That one catches the zone, and it's 0-2.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
Now a check swing, but he held up.
That pitch wasn't even close, and they still got a check swing out of it. He's going to have to make an adjustment and make it fast.
In the air, center field. Taveras going after it. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And we're back. John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the fourth, Jonah Heim. And first offering is fouled off.
You know, this is a good time to step out of the box, take a deep breath, reset. A couple of change-ups. Probably won't see another one here.
And they'll do it again. The pitch. Bounce to the right. And he handles it himself for the out. So the batting order turns over. Leody Taveras stepping in for the Rangers. And a strike in there. And that skips in the dirt. Next offering in there for a strike. And the count 1-2. Bases empty, one away. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. And looks like he wants the signs again as he steps off the rubber. One and two here.
Ball two.
And a curve misses outside. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. One down, base is empty. Fair ball. Around first, digging for two. The throw into second, not in time. He's safe. Man, Drew Smiley takes over on the mound.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of him. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Man at second. Bounding ball here, rolls foul. At the belt and fires. And that one fouled off. The 1-2. Got him looking for the K.
Just locked him up right there for the second out, and that's an at-bat he's probably going to be thinking about for a little while. Didn't pull the trigger.
No.
Not how you want to go down in an RBI spot, so now you got to hope your teammate behind you can pick you up.
And that one fouled off. Here comes a pitch. Late swing, foul to the left.
2-2.
In the dirt. In there safely.
In there.
And on the wild pitch, he goes down to third. And that's outside. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Ground ball to the right side. And he grabs it, foul. Kicks and fires. That's a base hit. Run scores. Well
done. Drives in the run. Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely. And that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off.
High fly ball out into left center field. Happ makes the grab, and that is that. But they pick up one run on the RBI single. It's now a 4-0 ball game. New inning getting started. Here's the third baseman, Christopher Morel. And he chases a high fastball there.
Well, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
And it's even up.
You know, these Cubs just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority, but it's just not happening for them so far. 0 extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for them to get anything going.
Next offering in there for a strike. That is strike 2.
Sometimes you have to keep chipping away until you break through, but it's a lot easier to put runs on the board when you have runners in scoring position because they put themselves there.
The wind and the pitch. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. 2-2 now. Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
Well, he hasn't gotten the result yet, but it's got to feel pretty confident. 3 foul balls in a row. He's right on this guy.
And another ball.
Expect for that guy to come right at you with a fastball, something in the zone, because he does not want to allow the leadoff walk.
And he walked him. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at-bat. Now it's Yan Gomes.
It's tough after falling behind a hitter, 2 balls and no strikes, but now at least he gets a fresh start against a new batter, but he needs to get back into the strike zone and start pitching with conviction.
And first offering is fouled off. And a pitch. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Garcia makes a nice running catch. Man at first. And now here is Matt Mervis. 1 for 1 with a single so far. In the air, right field. Garcia makes the catch. Throw behind the runner that got him doubled off. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Here's the second baseman, Marcus Semien. Now fly ball to right center. Bellinger sizing it up. Hauls it in for the out.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
Lowe stands in now and watches strike 1. Lifted in the air out to left. Happ moving under it. And a couple of quick outs. 2 outs, base is empty. Josh Young now at the plate. And ball 1. Swanson fires over to first. And that will end the back at Globe Life Field. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. Here's the Cubs leadoff man, Nico Hoerner. Fought off foul. Hoerner, a former Gold Glove winner, 26 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2018. Next offering is in for a strike.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Ian Happ up to hit. And he grounds one to the right side. The throw to first. 2 up, 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. Seiya Suzuki, the next Cub to hit. And that's in there at the knees.
0-1.
2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the 6th. And he can't make the play. And he's going to make it to first. And we'll see how they score it.
With 2 outs, you just want to find a way to keep the line moving for the next guy. So an infield single right there does the job. Nicely done, just putting it in play and getting down to first to keep this inning alive. You never know what might come next as a result.
And here's the DH for the Cubs, Patrick Wisdom. 1 for 2. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-1.
He must have been looking for something else because he gave up on that pitch a little early. It was right down Main Street. Probably not going to see a better pitch to hit in this at-bat.
Comes up empty.
Tonight, his slider has been, tight spin. Seems like the hitters aren't picking it up out of the hand.
Two outs. Not even close there. 1-2 the count. Scherzer to first. And he's back in safely. Swing and a miss. Chase the fastball up the ladder first. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the 6th inning. Now here's the Rangers DH, Ezekiel Duran.
No.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. Ball 1.
Well, these Rangers doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. The numbers tell us they're averaging more than a hit every inning, and they've only struck out twice, so they keep finding ways to put their bat on the ball.
And another ball.
2-1.
And a big swing and a miss.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Struck him out without a swing. He's got to be frustrated with that call. And here's the catcher, Jonah Heim. First pitch, and he just misses. 1 out, bases empty. Close one, doesn't get the call. And the count is 2-0. And that's through there for a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And that's off the inside edge. And now 3-1. 1 down, bases empty. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Happ heads towards it. 2 away. Back to the top of the lineup. Here's Leody Taveras.
That's a foul ball.
And now the lefty. Foul ball. Battling here as he fouls it away. Off the mark there. And the count 1-2. Wouldn't chase that time. 2 down, nobody on. Gets a piece and stays alive. Pitch misses inside. 3-2 now.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity. One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is if you are the offensive side of it.
1-1.
Squirts away a little bit. He's in there. And now a man into scoring position. On a strike. The pitch. Out to short. Swanson whips it to first. And that is that. One left for Texas, but they lead it 4-0. Back in Arlington, we go to the top of the 7th. At the plate, Cody Bellinger. Max Scherzer goes to work. Late on that fastball. Bullpen action for the Rangers. Josh Sborz getting loose out there. Yates getting cranked up as well. Lifted in the air down the left side. Has a beat on it. And there's one down.
Hitting is all about anticipation, and right now this lineup is struggling with it. Their swings are mistimed, and it's produced a few ugly cuts here and there.
Bouncer to Young. And Swanson is set down.
This pitcher's done a good job of disrupting the hitter's timing with the mix of pitches and changing speeds. You want to keep that front foot inconsistent for the batter. Their swings are hesitant, and that's exactly what you want on the mound.
Morel, the next to hit, takes ball one. That one's in there. And a count 1-1. The wind of the pitch. Base knock center field. And that keeps the inning alive.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one.
That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
Gomes in the box with 2 gone. And takes a look at a called strike. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That's down. One hops off the wall. Around third. He will score. It's 4-1.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Off the bat, it was headed for the gap all the way. And as
So out of the bullpen for the Rangers, David Robertson. Man at second here with 2 away. And next for the Cubs, Matt Mervis. And a swing and a miss there.
0-1.
Next pitch misses, and that's ball 1. Gomes stands at second with 2 gone.
No.
Just missed.
2-1.
Right through there for a strike.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Man on second, 2 down. Good eye right there. Nico Horner waits on deck. Into center. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that's the 3rd out. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. It's now a 4-1 ball game. And we're back. Set for the last half of the 7th. And here's Corey Seager to hit. Just missed. Ground ball up the middle. Swanson fires over to first. And Seager is set down. Adolis Garcia digs in now. He's already homered in this game. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. And here it comes. That one just misses.
It's a good take.
That one way inside. The pitch. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Base is empty, 1 away. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Not close with that one. Counts full, 3-2. And it falls. So he ends up with a hit after seeing a lot of pitches. That was a good at bat.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such.
New pitcher in the game for the Cubs, Yency Almonte.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Next to hit, Marcus Semien. Swing, and he breaks his bat. And they put the tag on him for the out. Here's Nathaniel Lowe. And that's outside. And that is ball 1.
No strike.
Strike 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Josh Sborz. He's making his 2nd appearance of the season. Back to the leadoff spot in the Cubs lineup. Here's Nico Horner. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here. On your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the 9th with a 3-run lead, it should be a W.
Liner, base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single. So up now for Chicago, Ian Happ. Backed off the plate that time. Throw over to first, and he's back in there. Runner at first with no outs here. Just missed. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great...
Horner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
Really nice swipe at second right there. He knew he had to get a really good jump on the pitcher because that catcher can make up some time, man. Such a good catch and throw guy behind the dish. Nice job right there, but he just beat it.
3-1 is on the way. Swing and a ball lifted left field. And there's one away. And now it's going to be Seiya Suzuki. That one not close. And that's ball one. That to right. Garcia really on his horse for this one. Makes the grab on the run. Runner tags at second, and he's up to third safely with 2 gone. So now it's the Cubs hitter in the 4-hole, Patrick Wisdom. 1 for 3. Gets the outside corner with that one.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
And down on strikes. That ends the frame. Cubs lead. Back at Globe Life Field. Here's Josh Young. The pitch. Swing and a pop-off in foul ground. Gomes sizes this one up. And there's one down. Next, it'll be the Texas DH, Ezekiel Duran. First pitch misses. Chopper to second. Corner. In plenty of time to first. And a couple of quick outs. Jonah Heim stepping in for the Rangers. Ball one there. 2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. In the air, left field, down the line, and that is a foul ball. The 1-1 is fouled off.
Throwing the ball well, and they need the scoreless inning in relief right here. Been doing a good job keeping them in striking distance.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Puts it in the air out towards left center. Pat moving under it. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. And up to the plate comes Cody Bellinger. The pitch. The first one to Bellinger is in for a strike. Leclerc in his 8th season, 30 years old now, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. That one blasted deep to right. That's back there. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Thought that was a no-doubter. Like the wind was holding that in this ballpark.
Dansby Swanson stands in. Up and in. 1-0.
1 ball, no strike.
On the ground, right side. Low takes it to the bag, and they're down to their last out.
Couple of pitches and a quick out.
Now the third baseman, Christopher Morel. That's in there. It's 0-1. That's inside. Two outs. on the ground. And that's a base hit.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get them into motion.
Gomes in the box now. No balls and a strike. Next one is off the plate, and it's 1-1. Morel, the runner at first with 2 gone. Right through there for a strike. Leclerc is just 1 strike away. On the ground, and this should do it. Throw to first in time, and this one is over. The Rangers claim the win here behind some great pitching and defense. 4-1 the final here. Singleton and our entire outside.